Sophie had always been a bright soul. She had a smile that could light up a room and a heart full of love for the people around her. She was the kind of person who found joy in the little things, watching a sunset, spending time with her family, or reading her favorite books. Life had always felt full of promise for her, but that was before the weight of depression sank its claws deep into her heart. It began subtly at first, feeling tired more often, losing interest in things she once enjoyed, and waking up every morning with a heavy feeling she couldn't quite explain. Over time, it grew darker until even getting out of bed felt like an insurmountable task. Sophie tried to hide her pain from everyone, putting on a brave face for her family and friends. But inside, she was slowly crumbling. Then, one day, Sophie was diagnosed with a condition that would change everything, a severe illness that required immediate surgery to save her life. The doctors told her that without the surgery, her chances of survival were slim. The news of the surgery sent Sophie's world into a spiral. She had always been strong, or at least she liked to believe so, but now she found herself questioning everything. She was faced with a decision that seemed almost impossible. Her family was devastated. They gathered around her, begging her to get the surgery, to fight for her life. They reminded her of all the moments she had yet to experience, all the love she had yet to give. Her mother, tears streaming down her face, pleaded, "Sophie, you can't give up. You have so much to live for. We need you." But Sophie didn't see it that way. The darkness inside her had taken hold so completely. The idea of facing surgery, of facing life again, felt like a battle she didn't have the strength to fight. Her thoughts were consumed by hopelessness, and she couldn't imagine a future where the pain would ever end. Her doctor, Dr. Harris, had known Sophie for a while. He had seen her at her best and watched her slowly deteriorate. He was a kind man, but he had also seen the damage that untreated depression could cause. He sat down with Sophie in her hospital room, looking at her with deep concern. "Sophie," he began, his voice gentle but firm, "I know you're scared, and I understand that what I'm asking of you isn't easy. But this surgery, it's the only chance you have." Sophie looked at him blankly, her eyes empty. "I don't care," she whispered. "I don't want to go through the pain of surgery and recovery. I don't want to face the world again." Dr. Harris sighed, his heart breaking for her. The days passed, and Sophie's condition worsened. Her family remained at her side, trying to offer comfort, but the gulf between them felt unbridgeable. They couldn't understand why she was choosing to give up. One morning, Dr. Harris returned to speak with Sophie. This time, he knew the situation was critical. "Sophie," he said, "I need you to understand that this surgery is your last chance. If you refuse it, I can't promise you that you'll make it." Sophie looked at him, her eyes empty of hope. "I understand," she said quietly, "but I've made my decision. I don't want the surgery." The word struck Dr. Harris like a blow. Sophie had made up her mind. The days that followed were filled with an unbearable silence. Sophie's family tried to cope with the heart-wrenching decision she had made, but the weight of it hung over them like a dark cloud. In the end, Sophie's decision left a deep mark on everyone who loved her. Her family mourned not just the loss of her life, but the life she had once been, a vibrant, loving soul who had been swallowed by the darkness of her own mind.